Welcome to the official AEW Dynamite review and results video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, turn on those bells for all notifications, and make sure you guys are following me on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loring, Snapchat, Chris was hated, and Instagram at your boy Chris YT. AEW tonight, they really bounced back from last week. That's exactly what they did tonight. This was a statement show. Hell, we bounced back from last week. Now the ratings, I seen the ratings last week. Well, not last week, on Monday because of the Thanksgiving holiday. NXT beat AEW in the ratings again for the second straight week. You know why NXT beat AEW on the ratings last week? Simple. Because of the fallout of not only TakeOver, the fallout from Survivor Series. That's the only reason why NXT won. It's the only reason why NXT won. But I'm not choosing either side. I'm not anti-NXT. I'm not anti-AEW. I'm a fan of both shows and both fucking promotions. I'm a fan of both of them. Thank God, thank fucking Christ, we have Wednesday nights. Unlike fucking Monday and Friday that we used to enjoy back in the fucking Attitude Era, not anymore. Wednesday nights are the day to watch pro wrestling and Dynamite and NXT. You guys will be getting NXT review tomorrow. Now, Dynamite, I'm not gonna lie to you, tonight was a great show. Was it better than last week? You're damn right it was. It was a damn better show than last week. It really was. I liked how the show flowed tonight. I liked how the matches were great tonight. A little bit of a fucking audio issue to begin the show, but despite that, that was a great show tonight. But I got one question that I have to ask, and you guys know where I'm coming from. Jungle Boy. I know people are fans of Jungle Boy. I'm a fan of Jungle Boy. I'm a fan of Luchasaurus as well. And Marco Stunt. Can I ask, and I know everybody's going to say this in the comment section down below. And I got to ask this as well. What has Jungle Boy done? What has Jungle Boy done? And this is the one negative that was on this entire show. The only one negative. In my opinion, this was the only negative in the entire show. What has Jungle Boy done to gain an AEW World title shot? Did he pin Chris Jericho in a match? No. Now, I understand AEW higher-ups are forcing Jericho to have a match before 2019's over. I understand that. But not only they got Jericho versus Jungle Boy in 2 weeks on December 18th, from what I've heard, it's for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Excuse me. They're making Jericho defend the AEW World Championship against Jungle Boy in 2 weeks on December the 18th. Now, I gotta ask another question. Are they doing a show on Christmas Day? No, I don't think so. Because it's fucking Christmas. And everyone is gonna be watching fucking basketball all day. Everyone's gonna be fucking opening presents all day and shit. They're gonna be spending time with families and shit. People are not gonna watch wrestling on a Wednesday night. It's Christmas that day. Yeah, on the 25th, it's Christmas. Excuse me. I'm bugging out all day. But that's the one question I gotta ask. What did Jungle Boy do to gain an AEW World Championship match from Chris Jericho? Has he won a singles match? No. I don't think he has. I don't think he's ever competed in a singles match. That warrants him an AEW World title shot against Jericho? Now, don't get me wrong. I love Jungle Boy. Don't get me wrong. I love Jungle Boy. I love the Jurassic Express. But shouldn't you be building up Luchasaurus? Shouldn't you be building up Jungle Boy to a point where he's against Jericho? Now, don't get me wrong. The match between him and Scorpio Sky, well, Jericho and Scorpio Sky was great. I understand why they gave Scorpio Sky the AEW World title shot. Because he pinned Chris Jericho in a tag team match. So that warrants him a title shot? At least have Jungle Boy do something to warrant him a title shot. Is he in the freaking top 5 rankings for the AEW World title? No. No. Now, Jungle Boy and Jericho are due to face off in 2 weeks. It makes it predictable. Jericho is going to obviously retain the title if you're using your brains. Everybody's going to obviously think that Jericho is going to retain the title. The only person that's taking the title from Jericho as of right now is Jon Moxley. It's Jon Moxley. When does that happen? Probably at the next pay-per-view that they have. Probably the next pay-per-view. That was the only negative, in my opinion, throughout the entire show. Outside of that, it was a great show. It was a great show. We got 6-man tag action. We got the Young Bucks and Dustin Rhodes versus Pardon Powerful and Sammy Guevara. Great matchup. We got Rey Fenix versus Trent Beretta in a great matchup as well. Listen, Rey Fenix, man. Rey Fenix is a god, bro. Rey Fenix is a god. We got Nyla Rose versus Leva Bates. The Librarian. We got Kris Statlander versus Hikaru Shida. Great match. Christopher Daniels versus Pentagon Jr. The match was great, but it was a little sloppy. Other than that, the match was great. And then we got Moxley versus... Didn't we get another matchup, I think? Didn't we get another match? I think we got ourselves another matchup. Didn't we get another match before that? I'm not too sure. Didn't we get like another match before that? And then if anything, I think we got Moxley versus Joey Janela in the main event of Dynamite tonight. But this was a great show. They bounced back from last week. Was it better than NXT? I don't know. I still got to watch NXT. I got to watch it. I'll watch it as soon as I get this video up on the channel. I'll watch NXT, take my notes, and then review the show tomorrow. So, there you guys go from there. This is your AEW official review of Dynamite for your Wednesday, December 4th, 2019. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm your boy Kris. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. If you guys enjoyed Dynamite tonight, hit that like button, leave a comment down below what you guys thought of Dynamite tonight. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to show your support. Hit that subscribe button down below and turn on those bells, guys, for all notifications. Monday Night Raw reviews live on the channel right now from Monday night. This show was unbearable to watch. I have no idea. But somebody from Reddit said that this show was going to be bad. And guess what it was? This show was god-fucking awful. But Raw got a fucking 2.21 rating, so it kind of improved from last week. Link to Raw review will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper hand corner of your screen. Also, check out episode 64 of the Reality Podcast. We go over Brock Lesnar. No Brock Lesnar until January. What did you people expect? There was salty people in the wrestling community that Brock Lesnar is not going to be in action until January. What did you people expect? Link to this video will be in the annotation above that you see in the upper hand corner of your screen. Also, check out episode 63 of the Reality Podcast. Be sure to check out this video. Link to this video will be in the annotation above that you see in the upper hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast, so make sure you are following your boy Kris on social media. Twitter, Kris from Rolling, and Snapchat, Kris was hated. Like I said, folks, if you guys are enjoying the content, be sure to show your support. Hit that subscribe button down below and turn on those bells, guys, for all notifications. Let's begin AEW Dynamite tonight from Champaign, Illinois. AEW started off with the 6-man tag. Now, before I begin Dynamite review, I just want to say that I bought the subscription with Pro Wrestling Crate. I'm getting a box, I think about the 15th. It's going to be shipped on the 15th, so I should be getting it within the next 2 weeks. As soon as I get that box, I'm going to open it for the podcast for you guys during that weekend before Christmas. So it should be pretty good. And also, if you guys are looking for YouTube thumbnails, layouts, banners, album covers, t-shirt designs, all that good stuff, hit up my boy Cyrex. His Twitter will be down below in the description. His Twitter is SRXGFX on Twitter. That is SRXGFX on Twitter. Shout out to Cyrex, bro. You see this wonderful layout that I have here on the channel, man. I got to give a shout out to Cyrex. Cyrex, thank you so much, bro. Hit him up on Twitter. He's just a DM away. Dynamite kicked off with a 6-man tag. The Young Bucks and Dustin Rhodes versus Pardon Powerful and Sammy Guevara. This was a great tag team match. Great 6-man tag. Now, I don't know if you guys were witnessing any audio problems. I did. I did for sure. Everybody else in the group chat as well was suffering through audio problems, but it got fixed throughout the entire match. It went good. It was good for what it was. 6-man tag was great. Everybody got their shit in. Obviously the baby faces were going to win this match. Obviously, they're going to win this match. Santana and Ortiz take out Rhodes out of the ring and beat him down. Guevara grabs his phone from his jacket and climbs up top while he films himself. He was vlogging for his YouTube channel. He looks for a shooting star press but gets caught with 2 super kicks at the same time. That was a good spot there. The Bucks put Sammy in the corner and Dustin films as they hit the unnatural kick and super kicks at the same time. Rhodes lifts Santana in a tombstone position. Matt lifts Ortiz in one as well. And Nick hits a drop kick to both as they drive a tombstones down, and Nick lands on Sammy. Nick covers Guevara for the victory. This is a great 6-man tag for what it was. Now, this was good. This was really, really good. I really did enjoy this 6-man tag. It was fun. It was really, really fun for what it was. I love the Young Bucks. I love Dustin. Dustin is starting to grow on me more the more I see him in AEW. Obviously, you have to love the Inner Circle. You really have to. Don't get me wrong. I love Santana and Ortiz. They're starting to grow on me as well. Also, from what I heard, we're going to get Santana and Ortiz versus the Young Bucks next week in a tag team street fight next week on Dynamite. You see? Now, while Dynamite, and this is what I like while watching Dynamite. Dynamite, while you're watching the show, they're prepping you not only for tonight, they're getting you excited for next week. And that is something that I can adore. Do you see that on Monday Night Raw? No. Do you see it on fucking Friday Night SmackDown? No. You do see it on NXT. You do see that on NXT. You do see that here on Dynamite. This is one of the main reasons why I love Dynamite. They're getting you excited for the entire show, and they're getting you excited for next week. You can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong with that. But this matchup was really good for what it was. The Young Bucks and Dustin Rhodes win here in 6-man tag team action. And from what I noticed while watching this matchup, they really wanted to start the show off hot. That's exactly what they did. They wanted to bounce back after what happened last week. They lost to NXT on the ratings battle last week. If you guys want to fucking include the ratings, because some fucking casual will be on fucking Twitter saying, oh, NXT beat AEW in the ratings 2 straight weeks. Oh, AEW's on the lose its form. Not after this show. I can guarantee you, having this 6-man tag kick off the show was making a statement saying, oh, we're there. We want to bounce back from what happened last week. Which is exactly what they did here. So we got the Young Bucks and Dustin Rhodes winning over Proud and Powerful and Sammy Guevara in what I thought was a great 6-man tag. Great 6-man tag. Later tonight, Christopher Daniels faces Pentagon Jr. Nyla Rose will be in action. Brandy Rose will address the AEW crowd. Chris Jericho will cut a promo. And the main event is Jon Moxley versus Joey Janela from a rematch from Fyter Fest. Up next, though, we get Trent Beretta versus Rey Fenix. This match is awesome. This match is great. This match was great. Listen, something about Rey Fenix that just amuses me every single time I see him. The more I see him, the more I want to see him in singles action. Don't get me wrong. Him and Pentagon Jr. work fantastic together. They really, really do. I'd just rather see those two, meaning Pentagon and Rey Fenix, in singles action. Yeah, it's nice to see them in tag team action, but they look better, not only in tag team, but they look just as better on singles competition. They look really, really well together. They look really, really good. Rey Fenix, man, he's a fucking gem. The man is a fucking magician in the fucking ring. Jesus Christ. The man is really, really good. So we got Rey Fenix versus Trent Beretta with Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy, best friends. This match was really, really good for what it was. It was really, really good. Trent drags Fenix to the apron and the two exchange chops until Trent lands a fury of forearms. Trent goes for a pile driver on the apron, but Fenix blocks it and a springboard off the top for a ghetto stomp to the back of Trent on the apron. Fenix he rolls Trent into the ring and then leaps back to the top and goes for a splash, but lands on the knees of Trent. Trent hits a flying knee, followed by a spike pile driver from another near fall. I thought it was going to end right there. Trent goes for another flying knee, but eats a rolling cutter, and then springboard spin kick. Fenix hits the muscle buster for the victory. So Rey Fenix wins here over Trent Beretta. This match is great. Listen, man, Rey Fenix, it's only a matter of time before you put some championship gold in the Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix is just that good. Trent has that underdog mentality that I love. You see that in most of the AEW guys. You see that also on NXT. You also see that with fucking Keith Lee, Dominic Dijakovic, everybody else down there in NXT as well. But Rey Fenix, man, and Trent, great matchup. Their chemistry was just great together. Listen, they know how to work. They really know how to work. And Rey Fenix with that, listen, it's just something about the springboard spin kick that I just love so much. He hits that picture fucking perfect. The more I see Rey Fenix, the more I want to see more of him. The more I see him, the more I want to see more of him. I really do. But you don't want to expose somebody like Rey Fenix every single week. So I understand that. Not everybody deserves to be on Dynamite TV. Not everybody. Which I don't blame at all. Which I don't really blame at all. But this match is fantastic for what it was, man. Rey Fenix wins in singles action over Trent Beretta of Best Friends. This was the promo that I loved so fucking much. Now, don't get me wrong. Cody can cut a fantastic promo. And I've said this time and time again. Vince McMahon has missed the fucking boat on many, many superstars who left the company to go to AEW. For example, Cody. Shawn Spears. Jon Moxley. Perfect example there. Cody makes his way to the ring for his announcement where Tony Schiavone is waiting. Cody was asked by Tony. He was asked about getting ambushed last week and about MJF as well. Oh, I'm getting gassy. I don't even know what's going on with me. But my apologies. Cody has a big scar and bump above his left eye, and he says that scar reminds him of failure. Losing the AEW Championship match was a failure. And then last week, he was beaten by another unknown quantity. And when he reached out his hand, his usual friends weren't there. I was sensing, at that point, I'm thinking to myself, is Cody turning heel? Nah, you can't turn heel there. Cody says his brother has gotten himself into a blood feud with the Young Bucks. His wife is out there cutting off hair of defenseless women in the women's division. And his best friend MJF kicked him in the balls at AEW Full Gear. As for the Blade, Bunny, and the Butcher, Cody says he's familiar with them, and if they had just asked for a match, he would have given it to them. But he understands pomp and circumstance. Just look at his entrance. So if they want to go this route, they can just do that. Cody says they can even pick his opponent. Now, this is the part of the fucking promo where Cody just had me laughing. MJF, though, Cody says he handpicked Maxwell from obscurity when nobody else wanted him. He says other thought MJF was too short or that he was hoodricked and that scarf was a fake. Oh, damn, Cody. Oh, damn. Sheesh. Which it is. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Cody. Cody calls MJF a Butch League NWO version of Chris Jericho and says he does the worst crossroads in wrestling. So at least that move is being butchered on 2 channels now. Who on NXT does the crossroads? I don't know who. If somebody can tell me who else in NXT does that same particular move, comment section, please. Or tweet me on Twitter. He says he knows MJF is a bad guy, but he always thought he was his bad guy. Cody asks MJF, what will it take? He pulls out his SUV keys and says that car is one of 300. MJF loves it. Well, he can have it. Tosses the keys onto the mat. Then takes off a watch given to him by Tony Khan and does the same with it. I think it was an Omega watch. You know how much those watches cost? My God, sweet Jesus Christ. Cody then takes off his Louis Vuitton shoes, red bottoms, and throws them onto a pile onto the pile and instructs Justin Roberts to bring a briefcase into the ring. The briefcase contains $50,000 in cold, hard cash. The briefcase contains $50,000 in cash, and to prove it's real, he gives a kid in the crowd one of the bills. The kid was literally sitting on the front row seat at ringside on the hard camera section. When you know where the camera is at, and you see the entire crowd there right in that front. Right there in that front. So he gives a kid in the crowd one of the bills. The crowd goes crazy. Nice, Cody. Nice, good deed, Cody. That cash and everyone else is MJF's. If he agrees to fight, we're waiting. So that cuts the promo there. So Cody gave us a good promo. The question is, when do we get this match between MJF and Cody Rhodes? Now, if anything, this is a personal rivalry between MJF and Cody Rhodes. This is personal. I don't want to compare MJF and Cody and their personal rivalry to what Triple H and Shawn Michaels had in their personal rivalry. I don't want to compare the two because A, those are two completely different breeds. Two, we got to see more of this. We got to see more of Cody cutting promos on MJF and MJF cutting promos on Cody. And then those two interacting, those two brawl. We got to see more of that. Don't get me wrong. We're going to eventually get all of that. But the question is, what are they fighting for? What are they fighting for? Are they fighting for who's the better man? Now, if it was up to me, now obviously they're fighting because of the fact that MJF stabbed Cody in the back when everybody predicted it was going to happen at that show. You gotta put something on the line here. If I was to book this potential match. Now, the question is, A, when do they book this match? B, would you book a stipulation for that matchup? And C, who was it going to go more towards? Is it going to go towards MJF or towards Cody? I have no idea. Listen, I'm all in for this. I'm all in for this, man. I'm all in for this. I can't wait. I'm all in. Give me a Cody MJF match. Maybe if you want, you could put that at a steel cage match. Maybe if you want to put like a big structure around those two men and let them beat the living shit out of each other. I am down with that. I'm down. Joey Janela is interviewed backstage and asked why he chose to fight Jon Moxley tonight. Janela says that he was one of the first people to sign an AEW contract, but he feels overlooked. He says he needs to make a name for himself. He asked Jon Moxley if he remembers Fyter Fest on that unsanctioned match, which was fucking fantastic at that time. And says this time is different because the lights are on and he'll have to kill him. Moxley walks up and rubs his face, then says, "Kids," and walks off. Moxley is fucking hilarious, dude. Moxley is just fucking hilarious. We see a video of Dark Order introducing the guys from the past few weeks into the cult. I want to see more of Dark Order. Dark Order's starting to grow on me, man. The more we see these commercials from these fucking promo segment packages from Dark Order, the more I want to see them. We get Nyla Rose versus Leva Bates. I did not watch this match, low key. I did not watch this match. Nyla Rose wins with the Beast Bomb for the win. Now, this is what the interesting part was after. I just came in from the store because I had to go to a store run real quick. I missed the matchup. I came back home just in time for the Beast Bomb. I watched her hit the Beast Bomb and got the win. So after the match, Rose lifts Bates out and hits another Beast Bomb. Shanna comes out and dives off the top rope onto Rose to stop her from hitting a third Beast Bomb. Shanna unloads on Rose and hits a Superman forearm, but Rose catches her with a tilt-the-world power slam, which we had to break. Now, during the commercial break, and this is what I seen. During the commercial break, Nyla Rose power bombs the referee through a table. Meanwhile, doing all of this, Britt Baker's doing this. The same thing, the same look that she gave during NXT TakeOver War Games. The same look. So, Britt Baker's just looking like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on? Then, Nyla powerbombed Shanna onto the referee. And then we found out when we came out for commercial break, she's been suspended from in-ring competition. As long as they're making her look like a beast, I don't care. I don't care. I think it was that missing thing that Nyla Rose needed. She needed to look like a fucking beast. I hope that when she gets matches with Rhea, I said Rhea, because I'm thinking about NXT, with Britt Baker and Shayna, I hope that they fucking bring Nyla to a great matchup. I hope that they bring her to a good match to a point where we can take her serious. Because right now, do you take Nyla Rose serious? I kind of do, but I want to see more of her. I want to see her being built up more as a serious threat for the AEW Women's Championship. I want to see more. I want to see what she can do when it comes to a great matchup. Maybe against Britt Baker will do the job. Maybe against Hikaru Shida can do the job. Maybe that's possible. Maybe, but I want to see Nyla Rose get built up more. That's something I want to see. It's there, but I gotta see more. I want to see people in the women's division bring Nyla Rose to a great matchup. And I don't want to compare her to Nia Jax because those are two completely different women. But in my honest opinion, as of right now, Nyla Rose is starting to become the Nia Jax of the AEW women's division. I gotta see more. Maybe the women in the women's division can bring Nyla Rose to a great matchup. Just how, like, for example, just how Sasha Banks brung Nia Jax to a great matchup. Maybe they can do that with Nyla Rose. Let's just hope to see that. But I don't want to make that comparison, but I just had to. Le Champaign. Chris Jericho. Listen, I love Jericho. I really fucking do. Jesus Christ. So Le Champaign, Chris Jericho comes to the ring with Jake Hager holding the little bit bubbly. Jericho insults the city before hawking his new champagne, and it says it sold 12,000 bottles in 1 week. I wanted to fucking cop a bottle, but I just couldn't. It said 502 bad getaway. So I know for a fact that the website is shut down. From at least I think so. Let me check. Let me look this up. Little bit of the I spelled it wrong. Of the bubbly.com. Oh look, I got it right here. Oh, let's see. $46 for two. Are you fucking serious? I just want one bottle. Look at this. You get, if you like an ultra premium, one-of-a-kind wines at a limited time discount when you came to the right place. And you get 20% off. It says you get 20% off your first order. I'm going to type in my freaking email because I really want to get this fucking bottle and do a taste test here on the podcast. I really do. But am I willing to pay $46 for it? Yeah. That's a gamble, low key. It says, thank you 20. Shop now. Give me a second here. You get 2 bottles of the little bitty bubbly. Look, peep this. You think it's a joke? $46. Look at that shit. What the fucking hell? Let me see this. Add to cart. How much would this cost me? Oh my god, hold on. I need to hear this. I need to hear this.
I'm AEW champion Chris Jericho. Le Champion. And it was right here in this very dressing room where an iconic pop culture phenomenon took place, was created, was born. Right here is where I first announced that I was going to have a little bit of the bubbly. And now, I'm going to announce that you too can have a little bit of the bubbly with the official AEW sparkling wine from Chris Jericho to all of you. Available now at littlebitofthebubbly.com in limited amounts. Get your orders done soon in time for the holidays. Don't wait, because when these are gone, they're gone. Are they tasty? Oh my goodness, this is tasty. A little bit of the bubbly sparkling wine is so tasty.
Oh, sparkling wine.
Wine and beer and vodka and gin. A gin fizzy. Is that a thing? It's going to make it taste like swill. A little bit of the bubbly is the perfect holiday gift. It's great to drink with your Christmas dinner as well. Turkey? You like turkey? This is perfect. How about ham? You want a little ham? You're one of those ham people at Christmas? I think it's kind of weird, but hey, this is the perfect drink for that. Are you a vegan? Vegans are cool. How about gluten-free? All of those things fit perfect with Chris Jericho's A Little Bit of the Bubbly. So don't get left behind. Order your own bottle of A Little Bit of the Bubbly and drink like Le Champion.
Drink like Le Champion. I gotta see how much this is in total. Oh my god. Before, let me just, okay, add it to cart. Can I just check out now? This is fucking, this is awesome. This is fucking, I'll just buy it right after. I'll just buy, I'll probably just buy it right after and then just give you guys a tasting on the podcast. I probably won't just do that. I mean, I can't wait. It's gonna be fucking lit. So Jericho comes to the ring and says he sold over 12,000 bottles already. Jericho says the snake oil salesman in charge of AEW has informed him that he contractually obligated to have one more match in 2019. However, he has the option to choose his opponent. So he put together a little list. And the second he said list, the whole crowd just popped. A big pop. And he tells them to get out of 2016. Oh, fucking Christ. He says this is not the list. This is the lexicon of Le Champion. I will say it again. This is not the list. This is the lexicon of Le Champion. You gotta put the face. Le Champion. And on this lexicon is everyone he refuses to wrestle in 2019. Jon Moxley, Cody, the Young Bucks, Uncle Buck, Hangman Page, Diamond Dallas Page, Scorpio Sky, Two Cold Scorpio, any member of the Scorpions, Moxley, Kenny Omega, Kenny Ortega, Kenny from South Park, Moxley, some guy in the crowd, another guy in the crowd, Evil Uno, Angry Deuce, Hateful Thresh, Moxley, and all of a sudden Jungle Boy comes out on the shoulders of Luchasaurus and Marco Stunt in tow. All of a sudden, they got a big pop as well. The Jurassic Express come to the ring and stare at Le Champion. Jericho says they didn't let him finish because also on the list was dinosaurs or little children. Luchasaurus takes the mic and growls. Then he asks if that's what Jericho thinks he sounds like. He says that because dinosaurs have been, forgive me if I don't say this word right, marginalized over 65 million years ago. He bets Jericho didn't know he has a master's degree in medieval history. He rhymes off a few people from history and asks Jericho if he's heard of them. Didn't think so. As for Marco Stunt, Luchasaurus says he might be small for his age, but he's more of a man than Jericho will ever be. Ooh. Jericho says, first of all, Marco Stunt is small for any age. I laughed. And he already said he isn't facing either of them. So they must be talking about Jungle Boy. Jericho calls him by his real name and says he couldn't last 10 minutes with him. Y2J says that Jungle Boy is a piece of shit. They did not bleep that out, which I don't fucking blame him at all. Jungle Boy takes the microphone and says he knows he could last 10 minutes, then slaps Jericho in the face. A brawl breaks out, with Jungle Boy dropkicking Jericho from the ring and Luchasaurus knocking Hager outside. Jericho throws a tantrum on the outside and yells that he'll see Jungle Boy on December 18th, so the match is set. Also, from what I heard, the Jungle Boy Jericho match on December 18th will be for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Can you believe that? Wow. Okay. I guess. Cool. Now, me watching this, it was fantastic. It was great for what it was. It was just fantastic. Because, you know, anything Jericho does is fucking fantastic at this fucking point. I gotta ask this question. And this was the only negative part of the entire fucking show. I don't know if I said this in the beginning of the video, but I gotta refer this again. What has Jungle Boy done to gain an AEW World Title shot? All you have to do was slap Jericho in the face. At this point, if you make contact with Chris Jericho, you get a title shot, or at least a match with Jericho. That's the only thing. That's the only negative part, in my opinion, of this entire show. The only negative part: Jungle Boy gets a match with Jericho because he slapped him in the face. Unless if Jericho picked Jungle Boy, then fine. Unless if he picked Jungle Boy, then fine. But at least make him earn a shot at the AEW World title. At least make him earn a shot at the title. That's the least you can do. But the what was it again that it was called? What was it that was called again? The lexicon of the Champaign. I can see Jericho using that every single week. I can totally see him doing that. My God, it's just great. It's brilliant. Just gold. Like Jericho said, anything he touches is gold. That new list that he made got more over than the fucking list itself. Back when he was doing it back in 2016. More over in one night. More over. I love it. The lexicon of the Champaign. I love it. Absolutely love it. Brilliant. I gotta start making my own list, man. I really do. Over the fucking shitty people in the fucking community. I gotta start shitting on people more often. Shit. We get Kris Statlander. Didn't I say on Dynamite Review last week I want to see more of Kris Statlander? Well, guess what? We got her tonight. And she faces Hikaru Shida. And what many people think, well, she is as of right now, the number one contender for the AEW World title. For the AEW World title. She is the number one contender for the AEW Women's Championship. And guess what, folks? Guess what? Kris Statlander picks up a shocking victory over Hikaru Shida. Really? Wow. I did not watch this match either. I was taking a shower, so I missed the matchup. But Kris Statlander wins according to my notes here. She wins. Okay, cool. Okay, girl. You go, girl. Statlander connects with a scissors kick for a near fall, then looks for a Michinoku driver, but Shida rolls her up for a near fall. Finally, Shida connects with another flying knee, but Statlander kicks out. Shida attempts a suplex, but Statlander blocks it, hits a roundhouse kick. Shida responds with yet another flying knee, but Statlander comes right back with a Michinoku driver again for a near fall. Statlander lifts Shida, hits the Big Bang Theory for the pin. Kris Statlander wins over Hikaru Shida. And mind you, Kris Statlander made her AEW Dynamite debut last week. She made a debut last week. Here she is tonight, fucking winning a match against the potential number one contender for the AEW Women's Championship. Now she's got to be in the rankings on Friday. She's got to be in the rankings now. She's got to be right now in the top 5 at least. Since Nyla Rose is freaking suspended, she should be off the rankings. From at least she should be off the rankings due to the fact that she got suspended tonight. But from what I heard, this was a great match. I heard Kris Statlander had a great performance here. She beat Hikaru Shida, a potential number one contender for the AEW Women's Championship. That says a lot about Kris Statlander. That's telling me that the creative in AEW has stock in Kris Statlander. I want to see more of her. She's beautiful. She's great in the ring. She's got charisma. She's great. But I want to hear her talk. I want to see her cut promos to see how she does on a live microphone. That's what I want to see. Other than that, Kris Statlander, she's got my attention. She picked up a victory over Hikaru Shida. That's crazy. That is crazy. You go, girl. You go, girl. As soon as the match ends, the lights go out. Brandy and Kong, Awesome Kong, come down the ramp. Now, one thing I noticed, and I haven't mentioned this yet, one part that I love about AEW tonight, they had the ramp connected to the ring. That felt old school. That felt a bit of WCW. It felt like, it literally felt old school to me. And I love that aspect. I love that nice little old school touch. I love that. Do I want to see it every single week? No. You can do it a week there and another week here. Don't do it in consecutive weeks. Do it in from time to time. And then if they have a pay-per-view, then you do the same thing. You do the old WCW stage like they did back then. With the ramp connecting to the ring. I love that shit. Sense of old school. I love that shit. So moving on. Brandy and Kong come down the ramp. Brandy said that people often hate what they don't understand. I can say it to the people on fucking social media. I love that line. Brandy says that people often hate what they don't understand. Tell that to fucking Chrissy, and everybody else in the fucking community. There you go. And people have been hating on them because they don't understand why they do what they do. Same thing with me and Storms and fucking JV Thunder and everybody else who's smart and has a fucking brain in this community. Moving on. They get into the ring and Rhodes says that she and Kong are part of the Nightmare Collective. Nice ring to that. I like that. They're part of a larger family and they do the jobs that others don't want to. Brandy says she had no business with Kris Statlander, but seeing that she's here, she might have something for her. Brandy offers Statlander a position within the Nightmare Collective if she pledges her allegiance right now. Kong stares at Statlander, but suddenly a fan, quote unquote, at ringside yells that she will pledge. The girl gets brought onto the ramp and offers up her hair. Kong cuts it off, then her ponytail as well. We head to the break mid segment. Are they doing a girl version of the Straight Edge Society? Remember how Punk, Luke Gallows, and what was that girl's name? That she cut her hair and shit to join the fucking Straight Edge Society. I forgot her name. Her name does not ring a bell to me at all. But that's what I'm getting here. That's what I'm getting here. And I like it. It's an updated version of the Straight Edge Society. Is it a shot towards CM Punk? No, it's not. In my opinion, it's not a shot towards CM Punk. I don't know why it would be. But still, I like what they're doing here. You have Brandy Rhodes managing Awesome Kong. Now the question is, when do we see Awesome Kong in the ring? That's what I want to know. Maybe if Awesome Kong becomes AEW Women's Champion, should have a long title reign, because once they fucking give Awesome Kong the fucking Women's Championship, who's gonna fucking stop her in this women's division? Who's gonna stop her? Britt Baker? No. Kris Statlander? No. Riho? No. Nyla Rose? No. Maybe Nyla Rose. Maybe. Awesome Kong looks fucking fantastic right now. She's looking fucking fantastic. I want to see her in the ring. That's what I want to see. But this was good. I actually enjoyed this. This was really, really good. I love this. The Nightmare Collective. Nice little ring to it. I like that. Moving on to the show here. We get Christopher Daniels making his entrance, followed by his opponent before the match can begin. Daniels dives off the rope with a crossbody to Pentagon on the ramp. Daniels looks to Pentagon with a package driver to return the favor. The match didn't start. They fought on the ramp, and then the match actually started. Pentagon Jr. wins, and I think in a heel fashion. Now, Christopher Daniels has his microphone stand. He was going to hit Pentagon with it. He drops it. Referee goes to go fucking get it to fucking take out of the ring. Pentagon low blows him, hits his finishing move. I forgot what the finishing move is called. Gets the 1, 2, 3. Now people are thinking, is Pentagon Jr. a heel? No, he's not. No, he's not. He is not a heel, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, he is not a heel. He is not a heel. He just fucking was there at the right place at the right time. He was just there at the right place at the right time, my guy. So they win here. It was a really good matchup. Let me get to the ending here. Let me see. So let me get to the ending. Okay. So Pentagon gets Daniels back in the ring and chops a chest. Daniels slaps Pentagon and hits Angel's wings, but out comes Rey Fenix to distract the referee. Pentagon grabs the mic stand and swings, but Daniel dodges it and slams him. Daniels grabs the mic stand, but tosses it aside, and as the referee isn't looking, Pentagon kicks him in the area there. Hits the package power driver for the 1, 2, 3 victory. So Pentagon Jr. wins. We get a video package. Now, the match is good. It was sloppy towards the end. It was sloppy, in my honest opinion. Don't get me wrong, the match was good. Listen, I'm not going to say Pentagon Jr. and sloppy in the same sentence. No, I'm not. It was okay for what it was between those two men. It was just a little sloppy towards the middle of the matchup. The beginning was good. The beginning of the match was good. The middle of the match was a little sloppy. Going towards the end, it picked up just a little bit. So Pentagon Jr. wins. Maybe he goes to a singles run as well. Now, I gotta ask, when are they introducing this AEW mid-card title that has been rumored for the past couple of weeks? When are they introducing a mid-card title? It's only a matter of time before they have to bring up a mid-card title, because you're gonna have everybody right now compete against Jericho for the AEW World Title. Not everybody gets to compete for the AEW World Title. Not everybody. Eventually, when they bring, a mid-card title here, another title there, maybe. Now, how many titles do I think AEW could bring? Maybe 2 more titles. Maximum 2 more titles. Maybe 2, maybe 3 more titles. I don't know. Maybe 2 or 3 more titles. But as of right now, 3 titles that they have is pretty good. I can see them bringing in at least 2 more or add another one. Maybe they could bring 3 more titles. Maybe. But let's see. So Pentagon Jr. wins. The matchup was good for what it was. It was just a little sloppy. But going towards the end, it picked up just a little bit. We get a video package of the Blade, the Bunny, and the Butcher. And I just got a tweet from Storms, who was in the group chat. He just said that MJF was responsible. So MJF, and this is what he told me on the group chat. He just said, so MJF was behind the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny. They made sense of it. Okay, so now we know. They should have just said that last week. Good that they fucking brought it up this week. But at the same time, they should have just done that last week. You had Cody's match last week. Then you gotta put the Blade, the Butcher, and the Bunny. They should have attacked Cody. MJF could have came out and started laughing. Be like, yep, I brought those 3 people in. Now we know that the Bunny is Ali. That's all we know. So we got a video package of the Blade, the Bunny, and the Butcher. The Bunny said that last week was the first order of chaos. She says they were sick of seeing Cody's face on every commercial and every billboard they see. It's disgusting. Just like how the fucking people in this fucking community are fucking disgusting. She says they've come to Cody's house to cut the head off the snake. Okay. I got my popcorn and my beverage. I'm all set to go, bro. I'm all set to go. Question is, again, when do we get the Blade and the Butcher to have their AEW debut? all I'm asking here. Other than that, it was good for what it was. I like it. They went straight to the point. Like it. I like that. Main event time. Joey Janela versus Jon Moxley. This match was great. Main event was great. Moxley wins here. Moxley rolls to the outside and leans to the bell table at ringside. Janela leaps off the rope, the top rope, and puts Moxley through the timekeeper's table. Great spot there. Joey puts him back into the ring and hits a flying elbow drop for a near fall. Moxley rolls to the apron and Joey takes to the top rope again, but this time Moxley climbs up, hits him with a pendulum shift from the top turnbuckle. Moxley hits another pendulum shift for the 1-2-3 victory. So Moxley wins in a really good matchup against Joey Janela. Moxley is continuing to be undefeated. He's the most over guy right now in AEW. There's no fucking question Moxley will be the next guy to take the title from Jericho. I think and then you really gotta sit there and ask yourself this question. Out of everybody right now in AEW, out of all the men in AEW, who was the one guy outside of Cody, outside of Kenny? Well, scratch off Cody outside of Kenny, because I know that once Moxley beats Jericho, who's going to take the title from Moxley? It's going to be Omega. Outside of Kenny Omega, who is the one guy out of the AEW men's roster that will take the AEW world title from Chris Jericho? As of right now, that is second. Jon Moxley. Moxley is undefeated right now in AEW. Undefeated overall. He's number one right now in the rankings for the AEW World title. He is the number one contender for the AEW World Championship. I'm going to say this right now. The next time outside of Jungle Boy and Jericho in 2 weeks on December 18th, after Jericho's title defense against Jungle Boy in 2 weeks, Jericho, the next time after Jungle Boy, the next time Jericho defends the title is against Jon Moxley. When is this next pay-per-view? Knowing me, and I'm going to guess this right now, the next pay-per-view will probably be Royal Rumble weekend. Or at least the week before Royal Rumble weekend. Or at least the next week, or either the week before the Rumble or the week after the Rumble. Maybe they do a pay-per-view in the middle of January. Maybe they do it in the end of January. Maybe they do it in the beginning of February. Maybe they do that. But the next guy outside of Jungle Boy's title defense, which I don't really see Jericho losing at all to fucking Jungle Boy, the next time Jericho will defend the title after Jungle Boy, it's Jon Moxley. Moxley will be the guy that will take the title from Jericho at the next AEW pay-per-view. Then after that, Moxley can have a lengthy title reign. He can have the title throughout the entire summer. Who will be next to take the title from Moxley? Omega. Will be probably Kenny Omega. I'm going to predict the next few title wins. Jericho's champion now. Moxley will beat Jericho for the title. After Moxley, it'll be Omega. You know who's going to be next after Omega? Who takes the AEW World Championship from Kenny Omega? Pac. A little shocker there for you, right? Jericho. Moxley will beat Jericho. Omega will beat Moxley. Pac will beat Omega for the AEW World title. Guarantee that happens. I guarantee you that happens. Because you know AEW sees money not only in Moxley. AEW sees money in Pac. Can you imagine Pac as your AEW World Heavyweight Champion? Like I said, Moxley will beat Jericho for the title. Omega will beat Moxley for the title. Probably past the summer. Probably next fall. Because you want to have Moxley have a lengthy title reign. You want to have Moxley have a lengthy title reign. You give it to Omega. Omega has a lengthy title reign. And then when the time is right, you give it to Pac. Pac will beat Omega for the AEW World Championship. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. And then after the show, Chris Jericho, music hits. He comes out on the crowd, flanked by Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, and Proud and Powerful, the rest of the Inner Circle. They stand in the crowd and stare at Moxley as the show goes off the air. Moxley did the same thing that Jericho. No, Moxley was in the crowd staring at Jericho last week. Apologies for that. This week, Jericho and the rest of the Inner Circle come out and stare at Moxley from the crowd. Monkey see, monkey do. There you go. And that right there, folks, is the reality of things right here on AEW Dynamite Review, right here on the channel. It was a great show. I got to watch NXT, review the show for tomorrow, and then from there, go straight to fucking boring night SmackDown, which will be on Friday night. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up. Please, guys, hit that thumbs up. Show your support. Hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below what you guys thought of Dynamite tonight. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to show your support. Hit the subscribe button down below and turn on those bells, guys, for all notifications. Raw Review, live in the channel right now, as well as episode 64 and 63 of the Reality Podcast. Be sure to watch all these videos. Be sure to show your support also. All these videos will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast, so make sure you are following me on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loring, Snapchat, Chris was hated, and Instagram, your boy Chris YT. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to show your support. Hit the subscribe button down below. Turn on those bells, guys, for all notifications. As we are 13 subs away from that elusive 200. We are 13 subs away from 200, guys. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on those bells, guys, for all notifications. I'll see you guys tomorrow for NXT review. I heard that NXT is a great show. I did watch the main event. The main event was fucking crazy. We'll talk about that tomorrow on NXT Review. Till then, I'm Chris. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all over social media. I'll see you guys tomorrow for NXT Review. Till then, I'm Chris. Talk to you guys later.